Hello, everyone. This is Tom Fox. I would like to welcome you to the Sunday Book Review. The Sunday Book Review is the series where I discuss books which impact the compliance practitioner, the legal professional, and the business professional. I hope you will enjoy this episode. November 15, 2020, Books About Biden edition. This week I take a look at 4 books which help you understand Joe Biden. They're not necessarily about Joe Biden, but they certainly speak to his character and where he might take our country. The first up is What It Takes by Richard Ben Cramer. This is a look at the 1988 presidential race. I read it when it originally came out and reread it recently. And it's really an American Iliad in the guise of a contemporary political reportage. What It Takes penetrates the mystery at the heart of all presidential campaigns. How do presumably ordinary people acquire that mixture of ambition, stamina, and pure shamelessness that makes a true candidate? The author recounts the frenzied course of the 1988 race, scours the psyches of contenders George W. Bush, or H.W. Bush, Robert Dole, to Michael Dukakis, Gary Hart, and, of course, Joe Biden. Joe Biden had to drop out because of incorrectly non-citing a line by Neil Kinnock, which today would be laughable. Nevertheless, things like that actually mattered in 1988. It was a different America. Next up, and probably the most poignant, is Joe Biden's autobiography, Promise Me, Dad. And this tells the story of his son, Beau, his struggle and loss of life from cancer, and the some of the final words that Beau told his father, which would give me your word, no matter what happens, you're going to run for president. And this chronicles the year after Beau found out he had it, and Joe Biden's life and career as VP. Traveled more than 100,000 miles that year, and was a call came from anywhere which would say, "Joe, I need your help," and he would respond. For 12 months, Beau fought for and then lost his life. The vice president balanced the twin imperatives of living up to his responsibilities to his country and to his family, and obviously he was never far from either. The year brought real triumph and accomplishment and, of course, wrenching pain. But even in the worst of times, Biden was able to lean on his long bonds of deep strength from family, his faith, and his friendship with Barack Obama. The book is not written just by Biden, but by a father, grandfather, friend, and husband. Promise Me, Dad is the story of how family and friendship sustain us in hope, purpose, and action throughout our lives. Next up is Matters of Principle by Mark Gitenstein, and this tells a story of the Robert Bork confirmation hearings in 1986, where Joe Biden was the chair of the Senate Judiciary Committee, which spearheaded the defeat of Bork and the saving of abortion and many other rights from the conservative onslaught that Bork wanted to bring with a cudgel to the Supreme Court. What's most interesting about it is that Biden goes toe-to-toe with Bork during the hearings, and all of the ideas about Sleepy Joe and lack of intellectual firepower are completely dispelled in this book. Finally, we take things in a very different direction, and our final book of The Cure at Troy by Seamus Heaney, I believe. And it tells the story of an archer at Troy in ancient Irish verse. Very applicable to Biden as he's an Irishman. This really speaks to Biden's Irish heritage, how proud he is of it, and how he can draw from these roots, even as president-elect, by speaking with British Prime Minister Boris Johnson and telling him not to destroy the Easter Accord. This month on 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance Program, I take a look at compliance in the 2020s and beyond. It's a look down the road that I know you will enjoy. So check out my daily series on 31 Days to a More Effective Compliance Program. The podcast posts each day at noon. On The Compliance Life, I'm pleased to have Katie Smith, the CCO at Assurance. So check out both of those podcasts, all on the Compliance Podcast Network.